Black guys like Asian girls.
Okay, let's hear this theory. All black guys like Asian girls.
Because their dicks are bigger and our p***s are tighter. And black guys like to dominate a lot. They like to get their squeezed really hard by Asian girls.
Name some black and Asian couples though. I don't really know of any.
Chris Brown was with an Asian girl.
What Asian girl?
She was like black and Asian.
What black guy is with a full Asian girl?
Like a successful Asian girl relationship.
Yeah.
You see, I don't think it ever works out long term. I think the theory is like they just want to the Asian girls. They can't ever trap the Asian girls because the Asian girls are always going to want something else.
Most sexy nationality? 中文, 黑人, black people, right?
Yeah, like black people.
Which country? Just in general?
Like rappers, like that. That type.
So you're like a fan of like hip hop and rap culture?
Yeah.
Have you dated a black guy before?
No.
But you want to, right?
No. I just feel like they're good looking, but I won't actually like date them.
So it's more like a fantasy,
yeah,
right?
like I don't really have a chance to. There's like black people that ask me for like contact.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
like,
on street. Yeah, on the street. Yeah.
And you still say no?
I'm not really into it. I don't know why, but then like when I look at Instagram pictures, I'm like, wow, he's so hot.
You think they're really sexy, but you wouldn't date one?
Yeah.
Why?
Because like culture differences. I'm more comfortable with like Chinese people.
Pick any nationality you could date and have a relationship with. Who would it be?
Chinese.
Still Zhongguan.
Yeah.
What if it was a half Chinese, half let's say Nigerian?
Oh, that would be so hot.
Japanese girls like black guys. Japanese girls.
Japanese girls?
Yeah. They like black men. Black men. Yeah.
No,
Oh, okay.
light skin.
Light skin.
It's like I'm a 55 overall, no badges. No badges. The personality badges don't even work, and I got those.
黒人と言ったら何が思い浮かびますか？
ザラのモデルさん。モデル？足速そう。かっこいい。優しい人が多いっていうイメージ。ウィル・スミスです。運動神経が入るが貧困で決まってるという風なイメージがあります。ゴスペル？
あ、ジャズ。
アフリカダンスが上手とか、ボビー・オロゴンさん。足速いとか、強いイメージ。運動がいいんじゃない？ちょっと怖いイメージがあります。オバマ。優しそうなイメージ。フレンドリーなマッチョ。かっこいい。
YouTube, good morning. Global Ceezy in here today, and we about to talk about a real ass topic. I know y'all seen those clips in the beginning of the video. One of them is my clip. The two other ones might have you pissed off. I'm gonna give y'all the truth about do Asian women like black men. We're gonna break it down the Global Ceezy way. And a lot of y'all know me. Y'all know I've been talking about Asian women. I've been saying, yo, Asian woman this, telling y'all my experiences with Asian women. I'm not like an Asian woman validation seeker. I'm not just one of those guys that just think Asian women are the innocent shit. I tell y'all the real shit too. A lot of dudes out here just think Asian women can do no fucking wrong. A lot of dudes just think Asian woman is the best thing. They shit don't smell. They're just feminine as hell. And that shit's fake. Most dudes watching this probably don't know anything about Asian women, or this is probably the first time y'all gonna hear some of these things. But trust me, bro, like I probably had the most experience with Asian women out of most guys that watch this video. All over the world, not just Asia, not just America, not just Thailand, all over the world. And I'm gonna tell y'all some of these things that I know. I have a lot of Asian women friends. I've dated a lot of Asian women, and I have a lot of Asian supporters. A lot of Asian people following me on TikTok, commenting every day, and I mentally note these things. I'm in Asia right now. I've lived here for 2 years. So do Asian women like black men? Fuck no. Will they fuck with you? Sometimes, hell yeah, sometimes. It depends though. You gotta understand the Asian culture, it's all about saving face. It's all about perception. A lot of them are snobby. You gotta understand that with Asian women. A lot of them put on facades. A lot of them ain't gonna tell you how they really feel. They're not gonna tell you that they're judging you. They're not gonna tell you they're uncomfortable around you. They're not gonna tell you they despise your kind. They're not gonna tell you that they came up in a racist society or racist family. And that's what a lot of black dudes don't understand. As black dudes coming up, the only real knowledge of Asians and Asian women we have is like they just stay away from you. We don't really have much like interaction with them, especially coming from America, coming from Africa, coming from the UK, the Caribbean. You're not gonna have much interaction with Asian women. And I feel like that's probably changed over the last like 10, 20 years in a small way. It's still a new thing. It's still a small, minute category. It's still a small, minute group of us that have actual experience with Asian women and Asian culture. So a lot of us just know Asians for staying away from us. We don't really think too much about it. We just know Asians don't really fuck with us. That's it. But lately, like, Asian, look at this shit, bro. This is what happens when it rains out here in Thailand. It's just floods out and gets mad muddy. But yeah, a lot of us, we just know Asians for staying away from us. They don't really look at you, they don't really speak to you. And you might just think, oh, they don't fuck with us. And you're kind of right, but like, it's deeper than that. It's more of a society thing. It's more of like an upbringing thing. It's more of like your values don't align as blacks and Asians. They don't really relate to you. But like, obviously lately, that's been changing as the world moves on. Like, there's a lot of Asian people that literally just take black culture as their own, especially in Japan and a lot of these places such as fashion, music, our lingo, our culture. And I've seen the most influences of Jamaican culture in Japan. Japan is a huge dance hall scene. There's a huge reggae scene out there. Thailand, you'll see some Rastas. You'll see a lot of weed shops and a lot of people that subscribe to that Bob Marley vibe culture. But for me, I didn't really think about dating Asian women until like an Asian woman came onto me. You feel me? When I was 17 in America. I've told this story plenty of times. Like, my first Asian girl was from Cambodia. And I didn't know there was brown-skinned Asians. I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't know what Cambodia was. This was like 2019. She hit me up. She invited me over. Whatever. She paid for my Uber, $120, all the way across my state. She kept buying me stuff. She was just looking out for me all the time. And I thought it was weird because I've never been used to this. You feel me? It's a cultural difference. I was never used to women just being overly nice, spending money on you, and just showing their appreciation like that. That made me like infatuated with Asian women. I wasn't attracted to Asian women before that. Even her, I wasn't attracted to her before that, but then I realized the personality, the femininity was part of their culture, and that's how they treat their men. So I came to Asia when I was 20, which was 2 years ago. Then I'm realizing, damn, I came to Thailand and I realized, damn, I'm getting the same treatment times 20. You feel me? I'm thinking here I'm more exotic. I'm a young black man. There's no young black men here. Women cooking for me, doing my laundry, bringing me packs of weed every day, just being around me every day, driving me around, doing all this stuff for me, which I do love about Asian women. Like, they'll do stuff for you that your mother wouldn't even do, that you never thought you needed as a man. And that's what a lot of black men kind of love about Asian women. They make you feel like a complete man. It's like the complete opposite. It's like the yin to your yang. But what I came to realize is, like the woman in the beginning of the video said, it doesn't last. That's the thing about dating Asian women as a black man. That honeymoon, that sweet lovey-dovey shit, it doesn't last. Most of the time, they kind of fetishize you. They kind of look at you like a mystical being. They'll praise you, they'll worship you, they'll tell you everything they love about black guys. They'll tell you, yo, black guys is this. They have the best heart. They're manly, they're masculine, their dicks are huge. They don't like white guys. They don't like Asian guys. And that shit will feed your ego. But like, the more experience you have with Asian women, you realize they just say this shit all the time. They know how to like feed your ego as a black man. Asian women know. They know getting a black man is easy. They know how to love bomb you. They know how to just act feminine around you. The thing about Asian women, they say as little as possible so you can have like a fantasy in your head of what's going on, when really most of the times, like I always say, they like the idea of a black man. They don't like you. You feel me? You're just a unit to them. After you, she's gonna go on to the next black dude and use the same shit. She's gonna go to the next black dude and use the same game. They're not really looking for long-term relations or getting to know you or trying to be understood by you. Like, no, they don't want that. A lot of them like to like just keep a lot of shit hidden, keep a lot of shit unsaid. But like, really, the main things Asian women really like black men for is our body, sexually, that lust factor of being with a strong black man and being dominated by a black man. Pussy will move. Fucking dogs. They like that. Another thing they like is the image. They like our image of a black man. They like how we carry ourselves and like we make them feel cool. That's a huge thing with Asian women, especially as a young black man. We validate them and make them feel cool as a young black man. So they like to use our style and like our attention. We make them escape reality a little bit as a black man. You make them feel cool. You make them feel like they're somebody they're not. And you'll see that a lot out here. A lot of Asian women, they'll try to dress up as black women, get weave in their hair, black woman hair, curly hair, to like try to appeal to black men. They'll try to dress like black girls. They'll try to listen to black people music. And they do this with white culture too. They do this with Europeans. They do this to Arab guys too. They do this to Indian guys too. They'll just try to like cosplay to what you like or what you're used to. And that's one thing Asian people are good at. They're very good at assimilating to what you like and what your culture is, whether it's food, whether it's opening a restaurant, whether it's opening a nightclub. They know how to just like appeal to you to get what they want. But yeah, a lot of Asian women, they'll just like, they'll do that for your attention. They'll do that for like some validation to make them feel, you know, wanted sometimes. If white guys don't want them, then they'll start coming to black dudes for validation. But like a lot of them 20 years ago would never look at you. They'd probably ride past you. They'd probably ignore you if you walked up to them. They'd probably never want to be seen with you. One thing about the Asian culture you got to understand is like, it's not just them. It's deeper than just them. Asian culture is about your face and your social card. A lot of Asian men and Asian women, they know that like, once you go black, you never go back. And we might think that's a good thing. That's not a good thing to them, bro. They look at, if you've been with a black man, you're tainted, you're a whore, something's wrong with you. You're basically like an outcast and a target. See, us black men, we're used to that. So it might not sound like a big deal. You might be like, that don't matter. But for Asian women or women in general, that does matter. That is a huge thing. That's all they know. That's currency for them, you know? That's currency for Asian people in the Asian family and Asian culture. Their values is different. And like living in Asia, sometimes you do kind of feel like that. Like, damn, I'm a black guy. Everybody has a negative stigma around you. Like me, I don't really care. Like sometimes I will feel like, damn, what the fuck am I doing here in Asia? I'm just out here acting ignorant. But at the same time, like, you do get love, don't get me wrong. You do get hella love. You do get hella attention from women that other guys don't get because you're so different. You do get opportunities with women that other guys don't get. But like in the clip at the beginning of the video, she says, Chris Brown was with an Asian girl. Who was the Asian girl? And then she says, a black Asian girl, Blasian. Then she says, oh, basically saying like, oh, that ain't shit. She ain't of value. She's black and Asian. She ain't of value. So that's the thing you got to understand too about here. Blasians get the worst treatment here. They're looked at as like, you're not even human. You're not even valuable to society. You're ugly. You don't fit in. So that's the thing you have to understand too. If you have a kid out here, they'll never fit in. And they can't escape. They can't escape that, bro. I know a lot of Blasian people I've met in Japan here, and they kind of like have a deep hatred for their parents and themselves because of what society does to them and how they feel and how people treat them and stuff like that. It's like they can't relate to anyone. Everyone has like an upper hand over them. Their self-esteem is very low, and a lot of times they're suicidal. So you'd never be able to fit in those shoes as a black person or an Asian person. But yeah, image. Another thing is image. A lot of Asian women do like our image. Like even at the beginning of the video, you can watch the clip. I'm with the Japanese girl. She's flirting with me all night. And then I ask her, do you like black men? She says, no. She says no, but she's dressed like a black person. Her whole life is centered around black culture because that's the cool thing to do. So a lot of times we make them feel cool. That's the main thing Asian women like black guys for. We make them feel cool. We make them feel accepted. And I've dealt with a lot of Asian women, bro. I've actually dealt with Asian women who have like older black guys as husbands. And a lot of times they'll tell me like, I had one Asian woman tell me, yeah, my man is black, but he's so boring. Like he's a nerd. He's too smart. He just sits on the computer. He's an IT guy. I don't like that. I like guys like you who's just fun and you have style and you just have a different swag. I don't like that type of black guy. I like you. And it's like, damn. A lot of them just like fun. A lot of Asian women only like that fun factor about black guys. That fun night of sex. That fun adrenaline rush of breaking the rules, breaking her norm, stretching her out or whatever the fuck. They like that mental stimulation of just like doing something they're not supposed to do. In a city like here, Phuket or Pattaya, Thailand, a lot of dudes think these is places to find wives and they don't realize like, bro, this is a party place. Women come here to party and act like people they're not. Women come here to dress slutty and act slutty in ways that is not accepted in their hometown. They'll be like scrutinized for acting like that around Asian men. Asian men will treat them like they're worth. So like one thing I realized when I'm not on that party vibe, when I'm on my like real man vibe, I'm focusing on getting money. A lot of Asian women will think I'm weird. They'll think something's wrong with me. Like, why is this black guy so serious? Why does he take himself serious? Why is his self-esteem high? And it makes them feel like uncomfortable because it's not normal to them. They think all black guys just party, have fun, act loud, act crass, act like gangsters. That's the thing with a lot of interracial dating or whatever, or hooking up. A lot of them don't really like you. They like your image. They like that fantasy. A lot of women, especially Asian women, watch a lot of black porn. And you can see the clip in the beginning. The guy said, "What country of black men do you like?" "From what country?" She said, "I like the rapper type. They look good on Instagram." Basically, she's saying she watches black porn. She sees all this black stuff in the media. She thinks it's cool. She thinks it's sexy. She don't relate to it. She would never take that serious. She could never bring you home. She could never see herself getting along with you for a long period of time. That's what a lot of dudes don't understand. And I'll tell you, a lot of Asian relationships with black people don't last because of that reason. She's looking for a fun time. She's looking for parties. She's looking for some hot sex. And you think, damn, this Asian woman just fits me well. This Asian woman just likes me. Bro, she's playing a part. And I'm not saying that's not how they naturally are. Because like, yeah, they kind of are. But bro, you're not her first choice. And a lot of dudes that come out to Thailand and live in these places and start traveling to these places and hook up with some girls, they start saying that. They come online and they say, oh, they love us out here. Oh, I found a wife. Me as a man who has a lot of experience with Asian women, and I know what they're saying subconsciously, and I know what they're thinking subconsciously. I basically know the game. I'm just looking, I'm like, yo, I could just look at her. Because Asian women ain't gonna say nothing. Asian women are just gonna keep it quiet and let you think what you think. And this happens to white guys a lot too. So it's not just a black man thing. They're not gonna really tell you how they feel or how they think. But me looking at them, I can just tell if it's short-term fun. I can just tell if she's cheating on them. I can just tell if she takes them serious. I can tell if she's using them for money. I can tell if she just wants to fuck. And most Asian guys will know too. So you might think Asian guys just hating on you. Nah, they kind of know the game, you feel me? They know the game. There's Asian guys out here who don't put their women on a pedestal and they see the women for what they are. And those are the type of women that like kind of step out and they'll say, oh, we're better than Asian men. We don't like Asian men. Asian men are this or that. No, Asian men don't want them. Asian men don't look at them as valuable, don't see them as beautiful. So a lot of guys that come out here, they be like, damn, this thick Asian girl. This Asian girl act like she black. She's doing that because Asian men don't want her. Asian men didn't want her in high school. And I don't believe in like outcasting people and stuff like that. I'm not saying like just because they do that, you have to do that too. But I'm saying you got to understand who this person is. And I've been in that situation hella times where it's like, damn, I think this woman's beautiful. I think this woman is a prize. Then after a while, I just see her for who she is. And it's like, damn, I kind of understand now why this woman was left on the market. This woman chose me. You feel me? I'm not the first option. And a lot of guys can't be honest with themselves in that aspect. And don't get me wrong, like, hello. This is like 95% of Asian and black relationships. I wouldn't say this is all. Like, even me, I've had good quality Asian women, but it just like, I understood that this is not the end all be all for her. She wants to have fun. She like my image. She like my style, just like with any other race. But a lot of dudes think with Asian women, it's like, damn, I can mold her. This can be my woman. When she's not thinking like that. In the first clip you can see, she says it never lasts. And it's like, that's the first time I've heard an Asian woman actually come out and say that. Because I've been saying that, but it's like, a lot of dudes will tell you, nah, man, I got one. That's cool. Like, yes, that does happen. Especially the younger generation of Asians. Like, a lot of Asian women genuinely like black men. They genuinely, like, find black men attractive. They genuinely only want black men. Like, I've come across a lot of those. And it's not a desperate thing. But majority is not that way. Majority of them think they're better than us. At the same time, I always say, who gives a fuck what an Asian bitch think? And I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but like, who gives a fuck what an Asian bitch think at the end of the day? They don't give a fuck what black people think. They don't give a fuck what a black man wants. I feel like as black people, we always thinking about what other people think about us, what Latina women think about us, what Asian women think about us. And like, yeah, that's cool, it's good to know, but it doesn't mean shit. Like, even all this shit I'm telling you right now, you can meet a good Asian woman that likes you. Social standards and like social norms don't mean shit. I'm just telling you the truth. But like, this don't mean shit. Old ways of thinking don't mean shit. Like, it's 2024, bro. None of that shit means anything. None of that shit holds value, bro. None of that shit should affect your life. And I always say, I'm not just a black man. Like, all these things I'm saying are true. But like, I'm not just a black man, so I have different experiences. Once you start looking at yourself like that, and you start treating yourself like that, you get different experiences. A lot of people think, oh, black men only get the poor Asian woman, the fat Asian woman, the Asian woman that nobody wants, the old Asian woman who's hit the wall. And yes, that's true, but that's not set in stone, you feel me? At the end of the day, we all human, we all people. We all attractive in our own way, we all got pheromones, we all just living, we all just people. So, do Asian women like black men? Duh, nigga. But the devil is in the details. That's one thing you gotta understand. A lot of black dudes that don't have experience with Asian women think, oh, just come to Asia, just go walk up to any Asian woman and they gonna love you. That's not realistic. And a lot of times we think this because like Asian women might be nice to you, they might just tolerate you and put up with your bullshit, they might not say anything, but they don't really like you. They're really repulsed by you and they won't say nothing. That's the tricky thing about Asian women. Like, the video in the beginning is like the first time I've heard a regular Asian woman tell me these things. Like, I have a lot of hood Asian woman friends, a lot of like real Asian woman friends that have experience, that have traveled and can tell me stuff like this, but like, those are Asian women that already face discrimination. They already relate to us in that aspect, so they kind of know what we want to hear. They know how black people think. Like, those Asian girls at the beginning, those are Asian women who view themselves as high class, as snobby, as better than black people. And unfortunately, that's how society is gonna think. It trickles down from that. You know, colorism in Asia is a huge thing. And those are the type of Asians who make that narrative. Because Asia is very diverse. Asia's as diverse as Latin America or Africa. Like, there's countryside Asians, there's rice field Asians, there's jungle Asians. Right now we're in the jungle, we're on an island. So the Asians here act different than the city Asians in Bangkok or Tokyo. Very different values, very different upbringings, very different beauty standards, everything. But it all trickles down. They all kind of look up to what they view as the best, what they view as the wealthiest, what they view as the top of the top. And like I said, we don't give a fuck what an Asian bitch gotta say. We love Asian women still. We don't give a fuck what a woman gotta say. You feel me? Women change like the weather. Women change with age. Women change with experience. Women change after sex. Women change after a heartbreak. So none of that shit really matters. But we gotta stay ahead and we gotta understand these things and understand the cultures and the people we're around. Sometimes it just takes a simple question. A lot of dudes don't ask questions. They don't really like. The thing about Asian women is they're good at saving face. And they're good at just like shutting up and like acting naive and innocent. But a lot of times if you just ask them a simple question, a lot of them will just tell you the truth. A lot of them won't. A lot of them will lie till they die. A lot of them will lie till they in the grave. Asian women lie a lot. I'm gonna be honest. They lie a lot. They don't think nothing of it. A lot of women in general, they feel like they're supposed to lie to a man. What I know about Asian culture, it's pretty straightforward. A lot of people think Asians are racist. I think it's just straightforward, it's just stereotypical, and they don't really care. Like, they don't really need your validation, they don't need your approval, they don't need to be liked by you. They don't really give a fuck. And that's the way they're raised. That's the way their cultural values is. Like, out here, if you're black, you're black. You're classified as black man. Nobody gives a fuck about your name, it's your black man. A lot of people might think that's offensive, but that's just how Asia is. You're a black man, you're from Africa. They don't give a fuck what you gotta say. They don't give a fuck what you think. If they want to believe all black people are drug dealers, who's gonna stop them? If they want to believe all black people are criminals and gangsters, who's gonna stop them? They don't give a fuck what you think. They don't want to understand you. Oh, but like, obviously the newer generation is a little different. You know, places like Japan, Thailand, they kind of have more experience with black people than any other culture. Most other Asian cultures just stay away from you. They won't really look you in the face and talk to you or give a fuck what you think or give a fuck what you gotta say or be around you. Japan, sometimes Thailand nowadays, since it's the most tourist visited country, they kind of have more experience with black people and kind of understand like we just regular people just like them. But still, don't expect to be understood. Don't expect to be taken in. You will get glimpses of love. You will get glimpses of people like genuinely understanding you, genuinely rocking with you. Majority, you're just like an action figure in a sense. You're just a rapper in a sense. You're just a drug dealer in a sense. Don't take it to heart. It don't really matter. Like Philippines, you're just a basketball player. You're just whatever they want you to be. But like I said, who gives a fuck what they think? They don't give a fuck what we think. So hey, that's my opinion. Shout out to all the Asians in the chat. Shout out to all my black people. Some of my realest friends is Asian. Some of my realest female friends is Asians. Some of my best relationships was with Asians. I hope more black men get to experience this, especially in the new generation. It's gonna be a lot different than like the older generations, but you gotta understand these values and these cultural upbringing. And another thing black guys also do, like I see a lot, they try to like over-sexualize themselves, oversell the BBC shit, oversell like the muscle shit. They'll just look thirsty and desperate. A lot of dudes will try to sell that because they know like some Asian women fetishize that. A lot of Asian women don't like that shit. A lot of women in general don't like that shit. Like sometimes dudes be attention seeking and stuff like that, thinking they can just use sex to get anything they want, shove their dick in every woman's face and she gonna want it. Sometimes Asian women will play around with you. Sometimes they'll just like put up with that shit. But a lot of times it comes off a little thirsty and weird. And not every woman wants to just be sexualized by you. Sometimes she just don't like you. A lot of black dudes think, oh, we more masculine, we bigger, we this, we that. We more manly than them Asian dudes, than them Spanish dudes, than them Indian dudes. But you gotta realize not every woman is looking for that. Not every woman gives a fuck about that. Some women literally like soft guys. Some women literally like short, small guys. Yes, every woman does love sexual pleasure, but not every woman values that over like having a good partner, having someone they can bring home to their family and friends, having a good reputation that's not a slut, having a partner they can laugh with and enjoy life with and be corny and shit with, you feel me? A lot of dudes will see Asian women with white boys or like soft Asian guys and they'll think, why she with him? Different culture. Different culture, bro. I think a lot of us black guys have this like, we have an over-sexual mind. We just try to push sexuality and hooking up onto every woman. Likewise though, like, and likewise, a lot of women will push that onto us. At the same time, bro, sometimes we gotta just be regular humans. Sometimes as a black man, you might get a woman just by being a regular person and a genuine stand-up guy over trying to sell sex, trying to act like a male stripper and shit. And like the tweet says in the beginning, a lot of black guys think BBC and they're just so attractive when it's not attractive. And I couldn't even be mad at that comment because a lot of dudes do that, bro. As a black man, I can actually say a lot of dudes do that. Sometimes black dudes walk around acting like life is just a porn scene. Like, bro, not everybody's into hooking up with random ass black guys and random people and shit like that for no reason. Not everybody finds you sexually attractive, even though they might be nice to you, they might be friendly with you. We're just so focused on fucking bitches, fucking bitches. All we hear about is fucking bitches. A lot of black dudes travel to see how many bitches we can fuck, how many bitches want to fuck us. They out here trying to bring the BBC on tour, market the BBC all over the world. A lot of bitches really don't give a fuck about that shit. But a lot of this rap music, a lot of this culture, this internet shit, this porn shit, will just have us thinking all our values in our dick and sex. It really isn't, bro. It really isn't. But those are some things you gotta keep in mind traveling to these Asian countries, just being out here. Hey, Global Ceezy, we out. Bow!
Came up out of dirty part, man. How the fuck I made it out the friends? I don't do no wifey, don't do friends.